pressing digital era relating to protection of the rights of artists in the digital domain, fostering innovation in digital content creation, and facilitating fair competition for the online use of copyrights. The committee observed the need to provide the continuation of protection of copyrights irrespective of any generative artificial intelligence modification, as long as the final work do not qualify as derivative works clearly mentioned in the primary copyrights holders. The committee recommends that the relevant institutions, including Uganda Police Force and Uganda Registration Services Bureau, ensure enforcement of criminal measures against circumvention of technology protection. The law is amended to provide the provision for express liability of internet service providers and telecom for copyrights infringement content, and that the registrar of copyrights is granted power to issue and take down orders, blocking of websites, and other measures that can protect online works. On issue E, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, the adequate capitalization of collective management organizations, CMOs, in order to empower CMOs to carry out their duties such as licensing, collecting royalties, and enforcing the legal framework on the copyrights. The committee observed that whereas the petitioners seek to have adequate capitalization, no evidence was available to show how the said provision of the law are being implemented as a way of raising funds for CMOs. The committee further observed that CMOs therefore need sufficient legal support to collect royalties from users of the protected works. The committee recommends that Uganda Registration Services Bureau should provide CMOs with sufficient legal support in the collection of royalties from the users of protected works. On issue F, establishment of a clear, transparent structure for CMOs that incorporate a high level of accountability, including regular audits and reporting mechanism to ensure that royalties are distributed fairly and rightfully to the owners. The committee observed that most of the proposals raised by the petitioners in regards to CMOs are addressed in the Act. The issue of concern by the petitioners lies more on enforcement of the provision of the law rather than the amendment of the law. The committee recommends that the registrar of copyrights ensures compliance with the provision of the law by CMOs. This will enable provision of fair, equitable, prompt compensation to artists. It will also enhance accountability to the artists, thus ensuring acceptance of the entity. On issue G, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, registration and regulation of all third parties, including telecom companies, aggregators who are involved in the distribution and dissemination of the copyrights content. Right Honorable Speaker, the committee recommends that the owners of the copyrighted works should take responsibility for ensuring protection of their works by avoiding situation of voluntarily uploading their works on public platforms such as YouTube, from which members of the public can easily download such work for further use. That Uganda Communication Commission and Uganda Registration Services Bureau should enforce the law on the registration and regulation of all third parties involved in the distribution and dissemination of the copyrighted content. On issue H, requiring broadcasters to dedicate 90% of their airtime to Uganda music as a way of promoting local content and supporting the development of the industry in the country. The committee has played, UCC has played a critical. Right Honorable Speaker, let me go straight to the committee observation. The enforceability on 70% directive may come into question on whether all broadcasters are implementing the directive. This is caused by lack of adequate monitoring system. The 70% local content is not limited to only music. Rather than all content producers by Uganda, including drama, current affairs and news, information programs, education programs, children programs, and sports programs. Committee observed that the request